Good afternoon, students, and welcome to lesson number 3. Okay, today we are going to focus, as I told you last lesson, today we are going to focus on he, she, and it, and how to conjugate verbs in the simple present form for those personal pronouns. Okay, so here we are in the video that we saw in lesson number 1. If you go a little bit forward, okay, you are going to see that we have some conjugation rules. Okay, so here we are. Conjugation. Let's read. For conjugating verbs in their simple present form, we have to consider a few aspects. But the most important one is that we only conjugate verbs when talking about he, she, and it. And this is what I was telling you last lesson. If we are not, okay, si no estamos hablando de estos tres pronombres personales, he, she, it, okay, los verbos no se conjugan. Por otro lado, si los vamos a hablar de él, ella o eso, sí tenemos que conjugar los verbos, okay. Ahora veamos un poco de esas reglas de conjugación. Okay, so here we have the first rule, okay, the first conjugation rule. In most of the cases, we just have to add an S to the base form of the verb, okay? We just have to add an S, okay, to the base form of the verbs. For example, eat, eats, okay? This is the infinitive form. This is the conjugated form. Eat, eats. Live, lives. Think, thinks. Read, reads. Drink, drinks. Play, plays. Write, writes. Say, says. Okay, here we have a second rule. Okay, we have a second rule. If the verbs end by Y, preceded by a consonant, we raise the Y and add IES. Okay? This can be a little complex rule, but you are going to learn it when practicing. Okay? As soon as you start using this verbal tense, as soon as you start practicing, you are going to see that this rule is not as difficult as it seems. Okay? So let's be patient, okay? In this case, we have the letter Y, okay? If the verb ends by this letter, we have to erase it, okay? La tenemos que eliminar. Y agregamos esta terminación. IES, okay? Fly, flies. Cry, cries. Worry, worries. Okay, another example, lie, lies, okay? And finally, we have another rule, and this is the last rule, okay? Esta es la última regla. When the verb ends with one of the following letters or combination, O, CH, SH, or double S, we add ES. For example, go, goes. Do, does, catch, catches, wash, washes, pass, passes. Okay? Now, let's see some examples. Okay, let's see some examples in the whiteboard so that you can make sure that you understand everything. Okay, so here we have he, she, and it, and how to conjugate, in fact, how to conjugate verbs using these personal pronouns. So first, we have this sentence. My father listens to the radio every morning. So the verb here is listen. In the infinitive form is like that, okay? You write it like that. But as my father is he, okay? Cuando hablamos de mi papá, estamos hablando de él. Okay? Entonces, tenemos que conjugar el verbo. Y se transforma en listens. And we're going to do exactly the same with the rest of the personal pronouns, she and it. He washes the dishes at night. Okay, we add es because the verb ends in sh. Okay, como el verbo termina en sh, agregamos es. My dog chases its tail. She goes to work in her car. The bird flies high in the sky. Okay, fly termina en y. Por lo tanto, we have to add ies when we want to use the conjugation of the simple present. And finally, her little brother plays the recorder. So the thing here, the main point here is that you have to be conscious, you have to acknowledge which is the subject of the sentence. Okay, ¿cuál es el sujeto de la oración? Si estamos refiriendo a cualquiera de estos tres, entonces hay que conjugar los verbos. Si no nos estamos refiriendo a ninguno de esos tres, entonces el verbo queda exactamente igual. No hay que conjugar, no hay que hacer nada. Okay? Remember that in the platform you have some exercises in order to practice this part of the topic, okay? In order to practice the conjugation of the verbs. You have a variety of exercises so that you can keep practicing even though if you are not listening to the lessons, okay? So have a look at them and happy learning. See you in the next lesson. We are going to learn how to structure negative statements.